Hey, hello traders. Welcome to my little bit of a market check here. Um, for those of that been around my site a while, you've probably seen me use this tool. I use it quite a bit as a trend and pattern recognizer. What I find out is that this is just a real helpful tool for me anyway, that kind of helps pull out, kind of like adding raised letters in a book or bolding letters in a book. It kind of helps pull out what I find to be more tradable markets out of my charts by finding those that are in strong trends and what have you. Now, I still have to do good diligence and check, because sometimes it's identifying, you know, big trends like on a daily and whatever. If I'm trading a lower time frame, then I want to check and make sure the market is still um, not moving erratically and choppy and things like that, that it's still a good tradable market. But in the onset, when I'm, looking for trades, and especially like last week, we had a lot of just up and down choppiness, not a lot of trend moving markets, not a lot of tradable markets. So I didn't trade a lot. I traded a little bit, but not a lot. And this is a good way to, for me anyway, to help identify that. Now, just moving on here to the Euro Canadian 4-hour chart, I'm identifying that it's in a uptrend. Um, and though this is typically a choppy market anyway, but it still can find some opportunities. It's been moving up and down, up and down. And I'm noticing something right over here. A reversal type of situation, and it's bouncing off of this trend line right here. So I will go to the live chart, and let's see if I can find it here. It is right here. Let's go up to the 4-hour, which is what we were looking at, and we have a significant support line here. Where the market has come down, touched and bounced off, come down, touched, bounced off, come down, touched, bounced off, and come down, touch, bounce, bounce, bounce. Pretty strong. We had a breakthrough here and then just kind of went sideways and took off back up. So what I'm seeing here is whenever I have a candlestick um, where the market has, let's blow this up a little bit, where the market has gone straight down and then straight back up. Now, if it continues in a nice pattern, we don't want to see, crazy stuff. But if it continues, inching up, this is looking to be a good possible trade on lower time frames in the upward. In fact, right now, if the market was open, I'd be looking for buys on, say, the 5 or the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so that's just kind of my assessment, um, just to give you a view of how I'm thinking approaching this. Come Sunday or Monday, we'll be looking for buys. And then we could even go down a little further and just kind of see what we're looking at. We had a nice straight down, going on up. So on the hourly, I might be looking for buys once we get a significant close above this resistance line. So you can see the market has bounced off that. Now what we might get is another bounce, and we could be looking for sells going down. Um, either way, it's kind of in a channel right now, so we'll kind of see. Overall, on the daily, this market is actually in a, I think it's the daily. weekly, this market is actually in a somewhat of a downtrend. So let me go back here and look at patterns. Yes, on the Euro Canadian Daily, we are looking at a significant down. It's flagging here, and we're bouncing around, which is still very tradable. I don't want to sit around for days and days and days and wait to see if it's going to break out. Obviously, but it just helps highlight and helps me assess the situation. So, what we're looking at on our chart, if I lower this down here, so now we can see it. We can draw our own lines, kind of see what's going on here. It's probably more something like this. So we are bouncing in there, which gives us a plenty of opportunity, and it just gives us awareness. One reason why I do these assessments and doing a recording is hopefully to help others see and understand that I have found it. You kind of can gain a little bit of I want to say intuition. It's not like mystical, but it's like I'm getting a pre-planning idea of where the market possible intention is. You know, nothing is 100%, but when you flow with the possible intention or the probability of what's going to happen, because typically a market moves to a support and resistance line or breaks through a trend line or moves to a trend line, as we can see. And so if we then see on higher time frames that market is moving in a certain direction towards something or away from a trend or towards a trend line, then we could look for possible, at least this is what I do, look for possible trades on lower time frames. So in this situation, I'd be looking, because of this reversal action here, for a possible buy on up to the trend line again, which is about 130 pip movement. I don't know if I'll capture all of that, but within there, I'm going to be looking for trades. Okay. So that is my assessment on the Euro Canadian and what I'm looking at. There's obviously other charts that we can be looking at as well. So I've been watching this Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. This gets a little trickier. It's in a big downtrend on the daily chart. So typically I'm looking for sells, but I also take buys on lower time frames because obviously we have the market moves around. So if I go to the Great British Pound, we'll focus this in here a little bit more, and we're going to see what's happening. Sometimes I'm just looking at, I don't have really an answer for anything. I'm just looking to see, so I have in my mind what is going on. So we're just going to leave that up there for now. Right now on the daily, I have a reversal candle and I have a bullish candle. This is signifying a mixed market. We have mixed conditions here. So, but we're looking at daily, remember, so I could always, go down a little lower. Go down to the 4-hour, and let's see what's going on, and go down to a 5-hour. Now, see, I haven't rehearsed any of this. I'm just looking at the market like I would look at it when I'm trading. So down on the 1-hour, and again, we've got some rejections here at this area. rejected. You know, it's very possible that we could be looking for sells on the Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. I've got kind of what I like to call a backward divergence, where price has moved up in this somewhat down sideways trend here. We didn't have anything on the MACD, so you know, kind of this sharp move up where the price has just kind of stayed flat. It's a kind of divergence, a type of divergence, if you will, that possibly it has topped here and could be headed lower. This is on the hourly. Well, let's jump down on the 15. Now on the 15, we're showing a little bit more of a regular divergence, where, let's see if I can pull this guy out of here. Just delete it and start over. Divergence just kind of helps us give us another confirmation, confirm. We see the market kind of leveling out, and yet the MACD is showing signs of, though the price is up around the same, it has like a lower interest in volume. So again, we could be looking for short. So I'm on the 15-minute, which would be somewhere where I might trade, looking to go short, and that would be with the overall trend. I might look for a break and a close below this trend line, and then possibly take it down into this area here, which would actually be about 65 pips, or somewhere within there. Look for something else. So just a way to assess the market for you to look at there. So right now on the Great British Pound, Japanese Yen, I'm just kind of taking a closer look here just to see what else we got happening. A little bit of consolidation there, so this could be a nice breakout. If it did close down below this line here, I'd look probably for about a 30 pip target, because what I'm seeing here is a triangle flag, if you will. Even though the market moved through it once and then came back down, I'm kind of looking at it as like a false break. So I'd see a triangle here, and a break and close above would probably move the price to this level. But more so, I'd be looking to the downside. I'd want to break and close down. I'd be looking to trade this down into here, because there's not a whole lot of resistance. We got some resistance here. But we could, if it's a short little break and it closes right there, we could trade it to this resistance line, which would probably be the ideal thing to do. If it extends down further, you get a long and closes down here, I'd wait until we get a break through this line, and then I'd be looking to go anywhere in this area for a target. Just kind of how I would do a market check. I'm checking the markets to look for valid trades, right? So anyway, just a short little tips and market check. We're looking at Great British Pound, Japanese Yen, and the Euro Canadian. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great trading week. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.